Welcome to our Friday playlist. Today I want to talk about songs that inspire me around our soon coming Memorial Day holiday. Memorial Day, called Decoration Day when I was a kid, was originally a time to remember the sacrifices of Confederate and Union soldiers, more than 600,000 of whom gave their lives in the Civil War. Right after the death of President Abraham Lincoln in April 1865, both in the North and the South, communities began to decorate the graves of the war dead. And by 1870, with the establishment of the national system of federal cemeteries, the remains of more than 300,000 Union war dead had been reinterred into these national cemeteries. Two most famous are Gettysburg and Arlington national cemeteries. The first state to make Decoration Day an official holiday was Michigan in 1871. In Indiana, the Memorial Day holiday or Decoration Day holiday was always a point of contention. The Grand Army of the Republic was really strong in Indiana, and they were always lobbying and agitating for more pensions for Civil War soldiers. And this finally came to a head in 1923 when the Indiana State Legislature decided they were going to forbid the really popular Indianapolis Motor Speedway race, what we now call the Indianapolis 500, going to prohibit it from being run on Memorial Day. And they passed the law, and it got to the governor's desk, and he vetoed it under pressure from Indianapolis business leaders especially, and from other patriotic organizations. So anyway, with the Uniform Holiday Act in 1968, and with the official name change, which had come just before, a year before in 1967, it's now celebrated on the Monday after the traditional Memorial Day, and it becomes part of the three-day holiday system. A song I found on YouTube, recorded by the U.S. Navy Band using COVID-19 necessitated distance recording techniques, speaks to the yearning this Memorial Day that I think we all have, a yearning to be together. Listen to the words. One voice. This is the sound of one voice. One spirit, one voice. The sound of one who makes a choice. This is the sound of one voice. And then this is the sound of voices too, the sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices two. This is the sound of voices three, singing together in harmony, surrendering to the mystery. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of all of us singing with love and the will to trust. Leave the rest behind, it'll turn to dust. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of one voice, one people, one voice, a song for every one of us. This is the sound of one voice. And while you're on YouTube, look up the United States Navy Sea Chanters 2019 video recorded with United States Navy Concert Band of the Navy Hymn. Look up U.S. Navy Band, Eternal Father Strong to Save. Eternal Father Strong to Save was originally a British hymn. It was written in 1860, the music in 1861. It's based on Psalm 107. It was popularized in the Royal Navy and in the United States at the United States Naval Academy. Beginning in 1879, the commander in charge of navigation instruction and the United States Naval Academy Chorus at Annapolis decided to conclude all Annapolis chapel services with Eternal Father Strong to Save, singing it week after week after week, carrying it out into the fleet. Upon graduation, it became part of the United States Navy, then the United States Marine Corps, and then the United States Coast Guard. It is our Navy hymn. Listen to these words. Eternal Father, strong to save, whose arm hath bound the restless wave, who bids the mighty ocean deep its own appointed limits keep, Oh, hear us when we cry to thee, for those in peril on the sea. O Christ, whose voice the waters heard, and hushed their raging at thy word, who walkest on the foaming deep, and calm amidst the rage did sleep. O hear us when we cry to thee, for those in peril on the sea. O Holy Spirit, who didst brood upon the chaos dark and rude, and bid its angry tumult cease, and give for wild confusion peace. Oh, hear us when we cry to thee for those in peril on the sea. O Trinity of love and power, all travelers shield in danger's hour, from rock and tempest, fire and foe, protect us wheresoe'er we go, thus evermore shall rise to thee. Glad hymns of praise from land and sea.